Dan, for the group to be able to come back in this one once again, just late in the game, what does that say about the character of the team?
I think the game's 60 minutes long, and you got to play the whole thing. And sometimes the game goes awry. Sometimes you don't get the bounces. Sometimes you don't get the call. Whatever. That happened for us, and we had to come back again in the third period, and it really started with the power play. The opportunity, the power play there with 12 minutes left, and got a huge goal from Matty. We were full court after that goal. Got within one, and 6-on-5 again. We have to pull one out with a huge effort, and Dunner gets us the goal, gets us back to even, and gave us a chance to get the extra point.
The sequence in the second period where the guys were just hemmed in the D zone in Grubauer there, just what were your thoughts on what was going on there from your perspective?
Really, I just a few non-intelligent puck plays in the second period. It's critical in the second period with your puck play, and we had three of them that cost us. In having to play D zone for a long period of time, and I don't think it's any secret. Like, we're a minute into a shift and or 50 seconds into a shift, we turned the puck over. Vince Dunn at that point was dead tired at that point, and just produced another minute and a half in the D zone, and you're playing D zone tired. They had the full court press on, and that happened again. Too many times it happened again. We had the turnover deep into a shift at the blue line again, and it turned into a 2.5 minute shift for, I think it was Dunner and Larson and Ryder and Borky.
And how about Philip Grubauer during that sequence as well to manage the game and keep you in it?
Yeah, all the guys on the ice, you got to batten the hatches and buckle down and kind of dig one out, and you don't want to be in that spot. But when you're in it, you gotta dig down and battle and block shots and have your goalie come up with huge saves for us, which did happen in that game. But it took away from the momentum we had in the first period, and it took us a while to get it back.
Coach, can you talk a little about what you're seeing from Matty these last few games? Obviously, you mentioned his goal and how big that was for the team tonight, but getting 3 in a row here after such a long stretch of not scoring, are you noticing a little change in his confidence recently?
Yes. I think Matty's got a huge desire and a huge, I don't want to call it a burden, but he carries it when he wants to score goals. He wants his line to score goals, and when he's not, it can wear on him. And just the puck going in Vancouver, that shot on the rush play gave him a boost of confidence, gave him a boost of energy, and it followed. I followed with the goal he got on the breakaway that he got because he just threw the puck to the net after a mishap, and I think those two plays, they just have given him more and more confidence. And tonight's a different, tonight's a power play goal. He's in the slot there. It comes on his stick, and it's in the back of the net. But he's playing with a lot more jump and a lot more confidence because that puck has gone on the net.
Hey, Dan, your thoughts about your shifts after their goals tonight? Do you feel like they were up to the energy you'd want?
Clearly the momentum shift in the second period, and that was, produced a couple doozy of D-zone shifts, and when we were tired, when we were fighting and battling, and you need a response from the group. You need a response with the next shift that goes over the boards. If it's after a shift like that, or if it's after a goal, you need a response shift. And I thought, both on the bench and on the ice, we kind of responded at each point in time in that game to that. And so the first period, we came out with a lot of jump. We came out with a lot of push. And, you know, the talk on the bench, the talk from the guys is like when it didn't go that way, we needed to get it back, and we did get it back with the Ryder shift, Borgstrand and Oliver in the offensive zone in the second period. And, you know, again, that was the mindset coming out in the third. We had to get back to the way we can play.
Okay. Thank you, Dan.
Yep.
We're good? Not the easiest way of doing things, to say the least, but all these multi-goal comebacks have to be somewhat encouraging.
I mean, at this point, it don't really matter how. Just you got to keep collecting. We're in a hole. We put ourselves in a position where we need to get as many wins and as many points as we can. So obviously, you know, we got away with one, so we move along from there.
And then Vince got the tire on this one. He's on a good streak of points here. What have you seen from him? I know you shared the ice with him a little bit tonight.
Yeah, smart player, makes the right plays, and you know, he's finding the right lanes and shifting them in. And obviously, he's got like you said, a good number on this team, and we need him to keep doing what he's doing for us to be successful. So it's nice to see.
Brandon, your thoughts on the response you guys had when they did score a couple goals early?
Again, our energy level's right. We gave them obviously their opportunities. They capitalized on them, cleaned that up. But you know, it was a tight game. But a game also where they're missing some bodies. These are games that you got to capitalize on, and like I said, they're a good team over there. We got 1 point out of it, and now we move to another big one against Edmonton, I believe.
Was there any kind of adjustment that had to be made, seeing Lankinen come in versus, you know, playing Demko the whole 60 like expected?
Maybe get shots early. I don't know exactly how it went. I don't really remember, but yeah, again, a goalie that's not in the lineup or not playing the game, you want to get shots early, and obviously he stood tall and got the win for his club, so you know, we got to be better for that.
Thanks, bud.
Matty, a tough one there. You got looked like some good looks in overtime. What did you see, you know, from the extra period there?
Yeah, I thought we possessed it well. You know, I think, like you said, we got some good looks, and you know, he made some big saves.
Came back from less of a deficit this time around, and it went to shootout instead of overtime. But did you see any kind of improvement between the way you guys played the Canucks this time versus 5 days ago?
Yeah, way better. You know, I thought our first period we played really well, and you know, second we kind of let them get some momentum there, and so we got to work on that, putting 3 periods more consistently together. But like you said, we came back in the third strong and were able to tie it up. So, you know, it was a good pushback. But, you know, if we can put ourselves in better situations going into the third, I think we're going to have more success.
What did you see on your own goal?
You know, Ryder just made a great pass in the middle, and, you know, I hit it.
That's it. Thanks, Matty.
Thanks.